What's up, Waltz Dance fans? My name is Brian B.
And I'm Miss Megan.
And in today's video, we're going to cover the shadow position. Now, whether you dance country waltz or ballroom waltz, the shadow position is a fun one to get into. We're going to teach you the chasse for the leaders that's going to allow you to set up the shadow position. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, here's the game plan. Let's walk through it, and we're going to narrate kind of the key moments of victory. So we're going to dance a twinkle. Then we're going to use a chasse for the leaders to get into the shadow position. We're going to dance two shadow positions for the sake of this video, and we're going to use a leader's chasse to get back out. So all that being said, let's talk about the details. All right, leaders, I'm going to talk to you first. Megan's going to come back and talk about the followers part because we have to do a foot change. So we're going to use a chasse to get into it. So we're going to dance our twinkle for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now from here to get on the followers footwork, we're going to have to do a chasse. So we're going to dance 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to dance 1, 2, and 3. At this point, my right foot's free. We're going to now be on the same follower for the footwork. We're going to dance our shadow position, 1, 2, 3, stepping back, and then we're going to do it again, 1, 2, 3, stepping forward. Now we're going to dance another chasse to get out, 1, 2, and 3, and then a basic 1, 2, and I can either close or pass my feet on the 3. Now let's take a look at the followers footwork.
Followers, now your footwork. We're going to be getting into a twinkle. We have 1, 2, out on 3. Now we go into a turn. 4, we're going to go into the turn on 5, ending out on 6. Then we go into shadows. 1, 2, passing 3. 4, 5, passing 6. Then we go into another turn to get out. 1, 2, out on 3, and finishing 4, 5, 6 in front, or if your leader passes, we can pass.
All right, gang, now there's 3 keys to this pattern. Number 1 is going to be the leader's chasse. Number 2 is the turn for the follower. And number 3 is the shadow position itself. We're going to actually do this from this direction because you're going to be able to see the turn a little bit better. So we dance our twinkle, 1, 2, 3. From this point, I like to switch this hand to an underhand or kind of swing grip. From here, as we dance 1, I can lead this hand, which is going to start to shorten the distance and create the turn. This is also where I do my chasse, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're in the shadow position. Now remember when we're taught your basic ballroom hold where the follower stays in this window? The same thing is true in the shadow position. So Megan has to stay in my frame here just like I would in closed position. This is just a little lower on her rib cage, and we have to stay in this position. So Megan's going to stay in her window as we dance 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Now if we look at that shadow position going the other direction, there's another thing we need to be concerned with. 1, on 2, I have to step across Megan's path so her foot's between my feet, as I step back on 3. Now the same thing is going to happen on the way out. 1, I'm going to step between her feet for 2, 3 to maintain our window. Now we're going to get ready to come out. Here's the turn again, and I have to chasse as the leader. So we dance 1, I take the hand up, 1 as I chasse, 2, and 3. Megan does a good job of not outpacing me and staying in my window. Now as I dance my basic back in front, Megan can come back in front, and we pass our feet. If we look at the shadow position from a different angle, I want to address 2 different problems. Number 1, inside and outside of turn. So on the first one, I'm on the outside turn. I'm going big. On the second one, I'm on the inside of turn. Megan's going big. So as the leader, when I hit my shadow position to begin with, I have to move diagonally across Megan's space, take a pretty good sized step, and then step back. Now from here, leaders, I have to be very small with my footwork. I'm going to give ourselves enough room. If I take a big step here, you're going to see that Megan's going to end up on the wrong side of me. So leaders, you're now on the inside of turn. In frank English, small steps for you. So as I step back, these are very small steps. 1, 2, I can point my foot between hers, and we land in shadow position, keeping that that window that we talk about that you learn in your very first waltz lesson. Now the second problem that happens in shadow position is the follower doesn't do a good job of sticking to my hand. So you can practice this drill. Followers, you're going to take your weight into that hand diagonally across, so right through this direction. So that way as the leaders, I've got something to work off of. So followers, when you dance into this, you want to connect to that hand as we dance our twinkle. 1, 2, 3 leaders do the chasse, 2 and 3 leaders. I'm dragging my hand on Megan. Now she's doing a good job of not coming out of this, but staying stuck into this. So she's on the inside of turn. She has a small step this way. I have the bigger step. Now with my small steps leaders, Megan's staying stuck to my hand so she can get out in front of me. And then we can dance the turn to get out of it. And then we're back to the rest of what we know. I hope you guys enjoyed that shadow position for waltz dancing. You can use that as a ballroom or a country dancer. If you want to watch more cool videos, I think you might like this one up here. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about us. We put out videos a couple times a week on all your favorite dances: waltz, two-step, nightclub, cha-cha, East Coast, hustle, and more.